Today, in a new TouchDesigner tutorial, we're going to create a texture reactive to music. Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain to you how to create this visual, who is reactive to the music. But the difference from the last video is the music creates the texture and apply to the material and then everything else. So here we have the texture, here the shape, and after that we have the effects, color, and applying a few things. So as always, I'm going to select everything and delete. For the first step, we're going to create the shape. It's a simple shape. It's a sphere with a twist. So we need a sphere, then we need a twist. And after that, we need a texture because we're going to use a PBR material, so we can change this, see the difference visual that we can see. And these create attributes, we're going to enable both of this. And then geometry, we need a camera, we need a light. And as I told you before, we're going to use a PBR. So for the PBR, we need an environment light. Okay, so for the environment light, we need a texture. I'm going to use a noise. Going to put in period, going to put 5 and drag this. After that, we need a render. Our render needs to be, the resolution will be me.parent. That part, W, copy and paste, and change this to hide. Okay. So we have this, we have a null. We can put this in the background and we change the name to out1 and we change the color for this to remember what is the start and this is the end. And I'm going to use add a transform just for put a color in the background, enable this, put one here. So, okay, we have our simple shape, and then we need to add a PBR material. As always, when we add this, everything is almost black, but we can fix this with a little bit of a level, more brightness if you want, or gamma, and the light needs to be here, light 2, more light. Okay, so for the material we're going to need a color, a normal, and a high map. So here, step 2, create the material, and first we need a song in this case. So we're going to call audio file in. We're going to use the example from the TouchDesigner. We connect this to an audio device out so we can hear the music. I'm going to stop this just for a better way to explain all of this. And then we need to transform a chop to a top. So if you don't know the chop, this is just the green is data and the top is image. Okay. So how we do that? First, we need to clean this data because it's too noisy. You can see it's too much happening here. So first, we need to an audio spectrum, and you can see the difference. So much clean. And for this, we're going to select here. I can show you if you put a low number, you can see it's too noisy. But if you put a better and high, it's clean and smooth. So, and I changed this to 1. After that, we need to merge these two channels. Matte here. For the matte, we're going to combine channels and we put add. So we have this. And then we need a null. I'm going to put a color here for, remember, this is the final step. And then we transform this to this chop 2 to a top. So we have our image. And the image we need legacy. So we have RGB and alpha and more information. And after that, we need to more brightness and gamma. So it will be 2 and 2. Okay. And after that, we need a feed. And what we want to do with the feed is we want to put this line in the bottom of here. Okay. So for that, first, we need to set up our image. It will be, in this case, this resolution. Important, we need to change this to this one too. We put fill here and we position the pixel to minus 0.98. So we have our image here. So we need to fill all this operator to with this line of pixels. So for that, we need to create a feedback, but first we need a null. Always a null when you finish a process. Okay, for this we need a feedback here, and I want to create a keyboard in just for clean our feedback. Okay, so I press one and clean every time. We need to transform, and then we need a level here. And then we connect everything to a composite. And the composite will be another setup over here and connect the feedback to here. So as you can see, what is happening is the feedback is filling every time in the same position. So we need to change that. We put it here 0.02. So yeah, we have our image. Cool. And we need to add a color to the background. Transform. One here. So black. And maybe if you want, so we can control this with a level, and then we have a null. And color here, and I'm going to connect this to the PVR so you can see what's going on, and see it's like when we add in new effects or new changes, so you can see applying to the shape. I need a null, and then yes, copy and paste 2 times. The first one will be a color, second will be normal map, and this one will be height. I always don't remember how to write this in English, but okay. I put again colors to this, and always for the normal we need to add a normal map, because the normal map is this color. We add these to color, to normal, enable this, so we can see here IMAP, enable display vertices, so we have this. It's horrible. Yeah, but don't worry, we need to fix things. It's like, what is happening, why we have this, I don't know how to say, but this weird thing in the shape, because the shapes, if we go to details, we need to put more rows and columns, so will be 150, 150. It's okay. You can put add, but you don't see too much changes, so it's okay. It's like, it's almost the same. So how we fix this is adding more information to the image. Okay. I'm going to move this hue here and then this to here, and I'm going to add again an all. So you can see when we finish, it's like this is. Oh, maybe I can move this too so you can see what's going on. So here we finish a process, then we create the texture and we create the feedback, and we have the full texture and finish here. So what else we can do is first we can add a blur to the high. So when we apply that and we put 2, maybe 3, you can see now the image is smooth, not so much noise. So that is one step. And another thing that is important to add here is the control the high. So I can show you. For example, if you change the brightness, so you can see it's more white. You have a more, I don't know, these things here. These help us to create more balance, maybe, the gamma. Yeah. Obviously, we can play with the this level and create the contrast if you want or not. So, yeah. So we have this. Okay, we need to apply color. For that, as always, I'm going to copy and paste what I use for the example. And I connect this to here just for the color and use, let me see if I use a, composite. Because sometimes I use a lookup, but in this case I use a composite. And for the composite, we be multiply. I animate this ramp, and I'm going to use a level because we can change the intensity of the image. So maybe more bright. Maybe, so we can fix this. And then we can change again here the setup. Sorry, the settings. I'm going to use the same as the example. 96. So, yeah, we have this. And what else we can do with this is I always use, I prefer add more information to that texture. So for me, I'm going to use again a new feedback. So for that, I'm going to create a feedback here. I'm going to connect this keyboard. I don't want to another one. This one to here. And then sorry, here. And we need a noise. Noise. This is for add a little of details to the texture, and you can play with this. And the noise will be period 0, more noisy, harmonic 10, so something like this. So that 2 to number noise, okay. And then we need a displace. We connect this displace to this. Always is too much, but we need to put 0.01, like a little detail, something like that. And then we need a level here, and we connect everything to this with a composite here. Composite connected to here, and will be a maximum, and connect this feedback to here. So as this is too much, because you can see it's too much, we're going to pause and we change the opacity. Okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. So create a different texture. And what else we can add? If you feel this is too noisy, we can add here. Just if you want a blur, but maybe not too much, just 2. So you can see it's smooth, this texture. Like I can connect this to this one. You can see the different. Too noisy, you can see these black areas. I don't like it too much. So for fix that, sometimes I use you don't need to use this. I use the CCL for create more details there, but this operator consume too much information and GPU, so you don't need that. And the easy way to fix this is maybe create a better or more information for the texture. So, okay, we have this, and we're going to jump to this area. No, maybe we need to move to the shape so you can see what's going on. Because right now it's a sphere. Okay. And we need to create something, I don't know, more interesting. So go to twist. We're going to change this wall of 2 and this one night 2. So nothing happened, but don't worry, we need a row. So the cool thing about texture, I'm going to put in a color, different color green, so you can play with this. Go to orthographic, this, and you can see what's going on with each of these cylindrical. Sometimes are the same, but for me it's this one. Interesting. I like the shape, I like what is going on, but we need to change the color, maybe adding more effects. So I think sometimes the complex is create this area because you don't know, as because you start with, for example, here and you don't like it, but maybe adding a simple effect, you can have something better. And you see, I don't like it too much, but you need to always add more and more. But it's our simple details, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue with color. So we have the level. Maybe it's too much bright. And then I'm going to use this as always, the same as the example. I prefer create this, the contrast. I like this. Yeah, something like this. Cool. What else we can use? I prefer use edge. And for the edge, I'm going to go here. We can see details. I'm going to use maybe a yellow, like a bright yellow. And then we need a level. Level here. And put everything together, composite. And the other day, I don't remember who was, but they sent me a message that I can enable this and we can see the image. But sometimes I prefer to have control of the image. It's like, I like the effect, but maybe not too much, and I can use a level, the opacity here, and control this to the image. So, okay, I'm going to go to the composite. We're going to add, and we have this. And as I told you, we can control this, maybe something like that. Not because this is too much. I prefer that detail. Yeah, like a little of light. And then we're going to apply that effect that I shared with you. Let me see. Glow. I put glow fix because I discovered I have a problem with the last one, and I can show you. So if you download this in Patreon, you connect this to here. Everything is normal, but I discovered that sometimes when for the file we are using 8 bytes, but if you use 16, the image is better. But with the first glow, you have this horrible problem with the channel mix, and was we need to fix this, and the blurs create this. So how I fix this, just in case I put in the channel mix, I change to this. Okay, yeah, but okay, and connect my my glow, and we put, you can see, glowing. Yeah, more color, saturation, all kind of stuff. You can maybe, if that is too much, something like that. 7.5, yeah. And again, use a level just if you want to fix a few things, maybe a little of detail, like minimum, and maybe you want more gamma or no, maybe no, more contrast, yeah. So what else you can do is what happens if we disable the blur, so you can see you have more details. Smooth, or more noisy. I like it more noisy. And what happened with the level is this is the default. I like it too. Or you can play with this. It's like I prefer something. Sorry, I need to enable this. Something like this, crazy. And not too more sphere. Yeah. Oh, with the contrast too. So you can play with this all day, trying to figure it out how add more thing. And I think that is all. Let me check. We can put maybe the camera closer. You can play if you want with the scale, like the last tutorial. Using here. Let me see tools here. Audio analysis here. So you have your music, you have your material, and then we connect to here. And I'm going to enable the kick, maybe? Yes, kick. So we have this. I'm going to select. And for the select, we select the kick. We're going to go to a math. Maybe we're going to change the scale. And the scale will be 1 to maybe 1 to 3.3. And we connect this to a lag. And for the lag, we connect this to a null. And the lag needs to be smooth. And connect this to the geometry. Or maybe with this scale, I think. Yeah, that's better. So we have the punchy. I don't know how to say it, the kick of the music. Yes, I can change this so you can see this. Maybe this. It's okay. Maybe it's too much, but you can play with that. So yeah, I think that's all the tutorial. I'm going to share with you this effect, this audio image to image. What is this? With this, I'm going to obviously fix this. What you can do is you need to drag this to audio to here, okay? And then you need to put the resolution. One maybe the same. Sorry. These numbers, and you press 1, you reset, and you have this contains everything. It's like all of this. It's like all of this. So for me, when I need to create a texture, I just use this component. I connect this to here, for example. So for example, this is smooth because I have control for the blur, all less blur, more bright for the texture, the gamma. Ooh, that is crazy. Okay. I'm going to give you this tool so you can play with this, or I'm going to move everything so you can have both. This one. I'm going to create a switch, yes, for you. A switch. This. So there's one. It's almost the same because it's the same. This one. This tool. So yeah, and I'm going to put blue for remember what is a switch. It's the node. So yeah, the cool thing is you can have this and apply your music, put the resolution that you want, and put if you want a smooth texture or not. It's an easy way to, because sometimes create all of these again and again take time. So yeah, and I hope you like it, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.